Hey guys, it's Ari Sarap from Parsha Time. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. Today we're going to talk about Shabbat Halacha, Jewish law, what we can do and what we can't do on Shabbat. Now, Shabbat is a gift that was given to the Jewish people from God, right? But there's rules, there's instructions, and we have to make sure that we hold to it. Because God forbid that we break something, that we do something we're not supposed to do. It's not good, and it's not good because God told us. He's like, look, this is what you need to do, and this is what you can't do, and this is why you're doing it. So once we understand why we keep Shabbat and why it's so important, we need to learn what we can do and what we can't do. The information is there. So we have to strive to learn it. Strive for truth. So look, today we're going to talk about knots. And you guys, I'm smiling and I'm giggling because the Torah talks about absolutely everything. Thinks about absolutely everything. We're talking about a knot. And the fact is, there is a prohibition, a Torah prohibition, directly from the Torah, that you can't tie a knot on Shabbat. And the rabbis, they discuss, what constitutes as a knot? What's a knot? So the rabbis, they bring down that the Torah is referring to a permanent knot. Now, what is a permanent knot? A permanent knot is a knot that stays tied for more than 24 hours. That you cannot do. You cannot tie a knot that stays tied for 24 hours. The second thing that's important to know when it comes to tying knots, it needs to be loose. You have to be able to just untie it with one hand. Now, besides those two things, right? If for a mitzvah, you can keep it tied for more than 24 hours. What's an example? A Sefer Torah, right? We read the Torah on Shabbat. We read it on the morning, Saturday morning, and we read it Saturday afternoon, right? For the morning service and for the afternoon service. After the afternoon service, if you needed to, you could tie it. Now, again, has to be a loose knot. It can't be permanent, but you can keep it tied for more than 24 hours because it's for a mitzvah. Now, how amazing is this? It's so amazing to me that the Torah, right, talks about every single detail. And what's even more amazing is hundreds of thousands of Jews study this in depth, and because we want to know this, because we want to know God, we want to be close to Him, and the more we learn from Him. I once heard a saying from a rabbi, right? When we pray, that's us talking to God, but when we learn, that's God talking to us. When we learn Torah, God, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is speaking to us, and we're bringing Him into our life. We're saying, I want to be close to you. I want to learn from you. Help me learn. Help me be close to you. And it's amazing. So I give us a bracha that every time we learn, it's like we're bringing down the Torah from Mount Sinai. It should be like the most unbelievable experience that we've ever experienced before in our entire life. Every single piece of Torah that we learn, we should share with the world. If you know Aleph, share Aleph. It's amazing. And I feel extremely blessed to be given the opportunity to learn Torah. And I feel whoever learns Torah also feels the same way. And if you haven't learned it yet, I'm telling you, you're missing out. This is the life source. And it's the best thing in the world. It's fantastic. So, give you a bracha that this Shabbat, learn something. Learn some Torah. And share it with at least one person. Have a wonderful Shabbat. And Bezrat Hashem, God willing, we'll have another Torah video for you on Sunday. Shabbat Shalom.